Hello everyone, and welcome to Inscryption. All I know about Inscryption is that it's kind of a deck builder game, and it pulls in threads from other kinds of genres as it progresses, and that it gets kind of weird. So there's your warning. If you don't like slightly weird, creepy stuff, this might be not one for you. But we're going to start with play. This is the first time I've booted the game. I'm not sure how the menus will kick off from the beginning, but Daniel Mullins Games. Thank you, Daniel Mullins. Devolver Digital, classic. They make good stuff, or publish good stuff.
Time to figure out what's on this thing.
Alright, we cannot select a new game. Let's check the settings very quickly. Flicker, screen shake, English, dialogue speed, resolution, full screen. Noise is fine, graphics quality is highest, brightness as it comes, sound as it is. Alright, that's all fine. Credits we don't need to worry about, so I guess we'll continue. We get the classic floppy disk. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, enjoy being young. Hello, creepy pair of eyeballs. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card. Now play your stoat. An honourable death. Play the stoat. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is the attack power, 1. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. If you win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. This means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. We have wolves. We can't afford a wolf for our stoat, so we'll take a squirrel. How dull. And I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Right, so we've got 2 creatures now, so we can sacrifice 2. Hey, stop! What? Fear not, the beast is sacrificed, but not removed from your deck. Its suffering was real, but you will see it again. Right, I suppose we should take out the coyote. Because you are learning, I will pass. Again, a choice, a random card from your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. Three damage dealt, 3 weights on the scale. Pass. You've won this match. They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh yes. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. So now we have a series of events. Two denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. The caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Only one may grace your paltry deck. I like the sound of this cat. If we right-click it, we can see a description. Many lives. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. So we can fix the scales when we're having a bad time, perhaps. 3 is as much as you can carry. Alright, and then a skull. Either a trap or a fight, I presume. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe you'll help me? Take your turn. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. So this wolf cub is going to join the party on this tile in a moment. And we can see our hand. So we'll start with a squirrel. And then we can sacrifice the squirrel for the cat. And then we can sacrifice the cat for the stoat. The cat doesn't go anywhere, and then we can bring in our stoat. Here we go. Those are our extra things. You cannot draw a card on your first turn. Alright, so we'll attack the empty lane with the stoat. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. We've already got the cat, so let's take something else. A wolf and a snapper. We're going to need a squirrel to go with the cat to get either of these, so we'll draw that next turn, I guess. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Ha! My bat flew right over your stoat. Wolf or snapper? A 1/6 or a 3/2? Let's take a 1/6. And in the empty gap, we can put another squirrel. And with the squirrel down, we can sacrifice the squirrel and the cat. For our own wolf, the cat doesn't go anywhere because its lives are infinite. And we tip the scales again. We can't fit a squirrel anywhere if we wanted to, so we'll take our extra wolf to play in the event something of ours dies. Or we can tip the scales. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. The young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. The meek sparrow. An inexpensive if feeble flying creature. I'll take a sparrow. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. And we have to pick between our cat and our sparrow. I'm going to keep the cat. That did us really well. Pick me. You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host. Alright, the stoat wants to be picked, so... What an honour. So the stoat can fly now? A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the sparrow now lives in the stoat. What is that? Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. Good thing we've got the stoat. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Right, well, we can see that he's going to have a bat and a flying coyote in one turn. So we can go squirrel. Squirrel sacrifices for cat. Cat sacrifices for stoat. Back on the board. Then we could sacrifice for wolf, but that seems unnecessary right now. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. Ouch. Right, we want a squirrel. Squirrel goes in the empty spot, then we can summon the wolf for the cat and squirrel. But we can't attack this bat now, which is a problem. You're 4 damage away from winning. Alright, that's not ideal. River Snapper. We can't play unless we sacrifice something that we've already got. Wolf attacks for 3. And our snapper is never being attacked, so we'll drop the snapper for the cat for the fresh wolf. And the squirrel we can't do anything with now. So we go back and forth. We get more squirrels that are no use to us. Right, we muddle through. Just about. Impressive, you may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. The reviled skunk. Its stench reduces the strength of the enemy. The conniving raven. A blight upon the skies. The proud wolf, a vicious contender. And a mushroom. Stinky. The creature opposite a card bearing this sigil loses 1 power. I'm going to opt for the Raven. Campsites and this thing. We saw that thing earlier, didn't we? So let's try campsite. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. Stoat is suspicious. Is it worth giving the cat 1 so that it can attack when it's otherwise not doing anything? Because it's +1 bite, although these are claws, so let's see what happens. The fire warmed the poor cat, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached towards it, another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the cat away from the fire and left. So now our perpetual cat has an attack strength. Grand Fur. Mighty Leap. A card bearing this sigil will block in opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Right, so classic squirrel. Oh god, that grizzly's going to be a problem. Classic squirrel into cat. Squirrel into River Snapper or Wolf. River Snapper can take 2 attacks from the big guy. And another grizzly. Okay, we've lost our cat, right? That's a problem. Now, we can't play our wolf unless we want to sacrifice these 2. And even if we do, we can't kill either of these creatures. So that seems like a bad time. You've lost. Great. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. Okay. Bring it here. Alright, that's not creepy at all. Hello. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Sack or campfire? Honestly, I totally forgot we had like the squirrels and stuff to help us out in that fight, but I think getting another +1 from a fire, seeing as our supplies are full, is going to be more beneficial. Wolf. The monstrous grizzly. Its form speaks enough of its efficiency. Yeah, I think I want a 4/6. Thanks very much. A group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire. "There is room for a creature around the fire," one said. "The warmth will enhance its power," said another. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. No way. Let's go River Snapper. And then that could be a 2/6, which should be able to get a couple of good licks in. The power of the River Snapper was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew. And is this a boss fight? Looks threatening. The trees seem to close in around you as a chill mist descends. In the distance you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Hee-haw! 'Twas the Prospector. He's doing the Prospector again? Easy, boss. The mule's key. So the stoat's helping us out, it seems. So they've got a pack mule and a coyote coming, and we've got a boulder blocking some of our way. Squirrel. Stoat. This spot, you sure? Too late now, it seems. And we haven't used any of this stuff yet, so why not use a couple of emergency squirrels and get out. How strong is this thing? A 2-1. We're a 2-6. Got a raven. We haven't seen our cat yet, but even if we wanted to summon the cat needs 1 heart. So we'll take a squirrel for now. Then just attack. Oh no, we can play the squirrel. Wolf and raven. I mean, we can just attack for 1 and 2. We can't get through the squirrel. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. There's gold in them cards. Alright, I regret putting that extra squirrel down, apparently. Gold! I've struck gold! So, he's now drawing a bloodhound. Guardian. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing this sigil will move to that empty space. Great. And we can't play anything. So I guess we're waiting for him to destroy the gold. The wolf grows up. We lose some nuggets. Give me another squirrel. That way we've got a 2-3 and a 3-2. We are a 3-2. So we go squirrel, squirrel, wolf. And we'll take out the 2-3. No, we'll take out the 3-2. Raven needs 2. We've only got 1 spot. Cat's not really any good to us right now. That's not so bad. They've still got loads of gold in the way, though. And if we take a squirrel and summon our cat, this guy's just going to kill the cat immediately, isn't it? We could go Raven and fly over it on a 2-3. But then we need to kill the wolf, which is losing our stats anyway. We do have a bear somewhere in our deck, but without the gold being destroyed, we're not going to be able to get through that either. But I guess if we put a squirrel down here, the bloodhound has to attack the squirrel, and that's not going to do any damage to us, right? Yeah. So then let's get... a squirrel. This poison, is that when it attacks us or when we attack it? When a card bearing this sigil damages another creature, that creature perishes. So we can go squirrel, cat, bloodhound can't move because the adder's in the way. We kill it, it does not kill us. And we have won. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. Achievement unlocked, Miner's Bane. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. A 4 health 7/7 Roguelike. Strange Lava. A largely unimpressive specimen. A 0/3 that transforms after 1 turn. A card bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. Poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? Child 13. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. So that appears to just be another cat. This guy is massive, but we would need 4 things out to ever summon it. The Strange Lava intrigues me, and I think we'll have more success actually playing it efficiently. So we'll go Strange Lava. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rot and mould permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. Alright, that seems as good as a place as any to end it for the first time. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the intrigue that's coming as much as I am. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen between this and the rest of this room that we don't know anything about. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.